everyone. Welcome to 360 Degrees Excellence, where we believe everyone can have all-round success. I'm going to be having a conversation today with Mr. Kenny Alakuro, and we're going to be talking about young entrepreneurs thriving in Africa. I'm excited to talk to him today because he's a young entrepreneur, and I just want any young entrepreneur listening to us today to know that they can make it in Africa. Recently, I've been reading about Paystack founder, how they are taking their business from a kind of a local business to a global business, and they have multinational, collaborating with them. And recently, I also read about Flutterwave, a payments company based also in Nigeria. So young entrepreneurs can really make it in Africa. If you have can-do spirit, if you believe in yourself, if you collaborate with other people, you can make it in Africa. The opportunities are enormous. And I also tell people that the problems are in Africa. So if you really want to make money, you should be in Africa where the problems are. So that's what I just want to tell young people, that they can make it in Africa. So without wasting time, let me just start today. And the first question, I would just want Mr. Kenny to tell us about yourself, where you were born, your school, where you went to school, and what you're doing currently. Over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Tosin, for having me. I started my education in Nigeria, where I went to a polytechnic, Rufus Giwa Polytechnic. It's now called Rufus Giwa Polytechnic. And having finished with electrical electronics engineering, I proceeded to the United Kingdom to further advance in my education. And at England, I was able to back my master's degree in information technology before coming back home. I actually did have to come back home because of, the immigration system then, and I didn't see any reason to be in England because, just like you said, there were a lot of opportunities that could be looked into back at home in Nigeria. So I came back in 2013, and I found a job in almost the same, I think it was close towards the ending of December 2013. So officially, I am fully employed with an IT organization who is into broadband and distribution and all of that. So I've been with them since then. But for my personal practice, I am engaged in solar panels and inverter installations. At this point in time, we have an official company name, which is engineering, which is registered. But over time, we find that there is need for us to further rebrand. And we're looking at other ways of rebranding and changing the name to make it a bit more sophisticated. So at this point in time, I've worked as an IT professional, both for the organization I work for and at personal practice. At this stage, we try to, people come to us for solutions in terms of, power supplies and all of that, and we intend to give them the solution. But over time, we find that some people just come to us for designs, and by the time you give them advice on how to go about it, they disappear, and they look for some quack engineers to get it done and all of that. So what we are trying to do currently is that we are in the process of building our website. We understand that there are a lot of giants out there who are already, moving the market and are very competitive. And then we are also trying to join in by, innovating. There are a lot of innovations in mind currently right now that I might not be able to talk about. going to the fact that, maybe this program is going to go live and people might want to tap into it. But I'm looking at a couple of things that are currently on the design background. Looking at hopefully in a couple of years from now, we'll be able to perfect our invention and put it right there in the market. But having said this, solar panel and inverter installation market is a very volatile market. I say it's volatile in the sense that every Tom, Dick, and Harry seems to have an understanding of what to do. But in the process of doing the wrong things, we find that they eventually come back to us and we further provide solutions with regards to what has been done. So if I may say with regards to the installation we have done so far, we've been able to collect contract as high as 10 million.
That's great.
And personally, I've done a contract as high as 4.5 million to 5 million.
Yeah, that's great.
So these things they come seasonal, and over time I've come to understand that if we must innovate fully, there is need to have certain things on ground. Certain things meaning the likes of a shop, the likes of a branded company. Of course, my company is registered currently, but my customer base are solely on business cards. People I pay on casual basis to distribute pamphlets and all of that. So we are looking at stabilizing the business in the sense that we have a website. We also have a location that you can refer to and have people on ground that you can work with in terms of giving them a call, seeking advices on designs and all of that. So these are things we'll be looking at this year. And hopefully, if all things being equal, the other plans that we have in terms of inventions and all of that can now come in. But currently, we are working on stability.
That's great. Currently. That's great. Yeah, I'm impressed with what you guys are doing. And you didn't tell us that your business you started with your twin brother. It's not here with us today.
It's actually not here. I guess he's somewhere busy at the moment because I tried giving him a call and then he said he was going to join eventually.
Okay. The two of you also studied in the UK, or you alone studied in the UK?
No, both of us. We both read electrical electronics back in Nigeria, and he did professional engineering masters at London Metropolitan University. Okay. Yes, why I did information technology.
Interesting. And the two of you decided to go back to Nigeria.
Oh yes, we did because England is like the second home to us. It's just I and my twin brother who are back at home. I have my elder sister is there, my elder sister is there, my elder brother is also there. So it's just a second home to us.
Okay, that's interesting. But are you able to balance? Because at the moment you're working for somebody, at the same time you have your own business. Are you able to balance?
Yes, it's been quite challenging because sometimes when you eventually, let me use the word eventually, when you eventually meet a genuine customer who is ready to deploy an installation, they sort of sometimes don't have the patience for you to say, oh, it's going to be a weekend delivery. So over time, we have to employ a third party to carry out the installation. So what we do is that, for instance, if you are a customer and you're coming to me now for maybe a domestic solar inverter installation, and by the proposal, maybe I've given you 6 monocrystalline solar inverter solar panels to be installed. I've given you maybe 4 batteries. I've given you maybe a 2.4 volts inverter. And then the quotation has been sent physically. And you've acknowledged and you're asking the question, when are you people coming to deploy? So often at times when we tell the customer that really Saturday or a Sunday work for the customer, and they insisting that the power outage is horrendous, they need this thing done as soon as possible. We tend to get a third party to just deploy the installation, and then we pay the third party off, and we also ensure that the third party follows suit with the design diagram for implementation. So once that is done, there is a time scale. We don't allow the third party to go above, because that's our major point of sale. We are telling you that the installation will be done within 24 hours. It must be done within 24 hours so that we meet on the SLA for the customer. We don't want a situation whereby you're saying 8 a.m. and you're getting there for 12 p.m. So that's also what we factor in when we're deploying for customers. But for situations where the customers are, considerate and they allow you to come with flexibility of the time, then I and my team brother with some other engineers can go to the site, deploy a smooth installation, and then at the end of the day, the customer is delighted.
That's great. What advice do you have for young entrepreneurs or people that are thinking of going into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. There are challenges to be met. That's for a fact. But if you know where you're going to, of course, you know where you're starting from. Let your end point be your game plan. Do not be discouraged, so to speak. For instance, I have customers, I have people who I make recommendations for and say, go to so person, get maybe a 2 volt, 150 amps Shoto inverters. These are batteries. These are batteries that goes as high as 300, 400 per one. And I personally am looking at also, working with some international counterparts to see the possibility of, bringing this equipment in myself and solely selling them rather than making recommendations. So challenges are bound to be, but you just have to know how to work around it to ensure you are still able to move on.
That's interesting. That's interesting. What is going to be your closing remark for us today? What's your closing remark?
My closing remark would be: do not relent. If you know your plan and your strategy, work on it. There will be maybe one glitch here or there, that you need to put in place. Just don't relent. Ensure that over time you review your performance, work on the performance, see the lapses, close it up, and push forward.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much, Mr. Kendi, for really taking time out of your busy schedule to do this interview.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
I'm really honored to be here.
You're welcome with what you're doing, and I wish you all the best in life. And I'm happy also that you guys decided to come back home to contribute to your quota. Yeah, and it's also a lesson to a lot of Africans that, look, you can do well in Africa. Wherever you find yourself, you can do well. I'm not against people traveling overseas. I like people to go and study overseas. If you find a job and if your plan is to work in the US or in the United Kingdom or Europe, wherever you find yourself, if that's your plan, go for it. But there are opportunities in Africa. It's your continent to contribute your quota. You can make it anywhere in the world, especially if you're a child of God. You must trust God. You must find out where he wants to be at any point in time. And if he wants to be anywhere, he can help you to make it there and to make a difference in life. Thank you once again, Mr. Kende, for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
To our viewers, I want to believe that you learned one or two things. If you're an entrepreneur, you can make it. Our can-do spirit do your best, collaborate with people, and study. Keep on learning. And as you do that, you are really going to make it. And most importantly, trust God. See you some other time. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.